Hey, I am at the Sequoia Symphony office, and this is Max. Hi, Max.
Hi, how are you,
And
John?
I got to tell you something cool. The only reason Max would do this interview with me
I think the
is
only
that.
reason you would do the
Oh,
interview.
that's right. Then I would. You're right. Max has. We're going to talk about the symphony, but it's
Max's Cookie Company.
Max Cookie Company, and if they, where is that located?
Acres in Goshen.
Acres in
So
Goshen.
if you go right to the Save Mart Center over by the lakes, you'll find
Okay,
it.
there it is.
There it is.
And is there a number if they want to call to what?
559-734-9458. Or you can jump online at maxscookiecompany.com.
Oh, that's good. Okay, and
Here's the commercial.
yeah, here's the commercial. Yeah, that's right. I said I wouldn't do it unless
That's
these.
right.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right now, you ready to
These are
go?
homemade cinnamon rolls.
Mm. Oh,
I didn't pay him for that response either.
Oh.
It just happens. Yes.
oh.
I'm so used to it.
You're used to it? I bet. Wow, and this is a big sucker.
It is a big guy.
And
We make them fresh every single day.
wow, really?
Plus,
What
cookies
else?
and brownies.
Oh, cookies.
Brownies, wedding cakes, birthday cakes. We own Bottoff's Bakery, so if you're familiar with Visalia, Bottoff's is from 1940, and so we bought them out years ago, and so we have all their recipe books, so we do them as well. So all their pastries,
Wow.
all the cakes, out
Okay,
there
you
with
mentioned
Bottoff.
weddings, special birthday parties, the whole gamut.
Everything.
Okay, so go there.
That's right.
Now, the other thing we're going to talk about isn't so much a commercial, maybe it's an awareness, because for the last couple of years, Max, I've been a volunteer at the Fox Theater. They have really cool events
Yeah.
that take place there. But also, once a month, and I think there's only two left for this year,
Concerts.
the concert, the symphony, Sequoia Symphony, and it's fantastic. You're the director,
I'm the executive.
so that means you're the one that leads the.
No.
No, that's the.
Yes, yes.
I was waiting for
Bruce.
that.
Sorry, Bruce. Yeah.
And,
No.
this is one of the places. I've got about 15 businesses. After I retired, I was a pastor for 35 years, a jail chaplain for 17 years, an on-call chaplain at Kuya Health,
Mhm.
and but now I have about 15 businesses, and they kind of pick up a bit. I don't know how, but this is one of my hit lists.
Yeah.
I come down, and Louise is usually there, and she works now and then, I guess.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
You know what she just gave
She
me?
works hard. I'm hardly working.
We're not editing it.
No, I know. No.
All right.
She's the hardest worker I know.
Well, yeah, and when I go to businesses, it's businesses. Some places I can sit down and visit a bit. Most of the places, and normally Louise, she's busy, and so my prayer is a simple one: May God bless you to be a blessing, and that's my prayer for. I think music is a powerful ministry. And you now are the new executive director of the Sequoia, the board, really. So tell me about. I'm going to eat my donut or my cinnamon.
Eat your cinnamon
So I
roll.
want you to tell me why you are here, what you feel about the symphony.
You got
Go
it.
ahead. You're on.
Yeah, just as you have a passion, as in ministry in that way, I do is also for music. And so I realize that music can touch us in a way that nothing else can. Music can take you right back to your childhood. It can take you right back to your first time you met your wife or anything like that. A certain song.
Wow.
And so I know it does the same thing. And so I'm a worship leader for my church, Praise Center, as well, and I have been for 17 years. I've been a music minister since I was 16, so that's been a long time. And I ministered in the prison too, so I would minister at Corcoran State, back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah,
I did volunteer.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Chaplain Owens.
What do you play like?
Piano.
Piano.
So I play piano and I'd sing. And so
When you were at the prison,
mhm.
did they have a piano?
They had old, untuned, upright pianos, and I would play. It sounded honky tonk, but it worked.
Wow.
All the brothers would sing. Yeah.
Oh, how cool is that?
Cramped like 80 guys in that little chapel.
But getting back, I like
Yeah,
this idea that really the universal
yeah,
whatever is music,
yeah.
and
So I've always been involved in music all my life. So even though I went into the cookie company, insurance company, different things like that in my career, I never left music. And so when the opportunity came and they came knocking and said, "Hey, would you be interested in throwing your hat into this, into the becoming the executive director here at the Symphony?" I said, "Sure." It was
wow.
right up my alley. So, and I had worked with the Fox Theater. I was the president of the Fox Theater for a lot of years.
Oh, they're bored.
Their board. So
Yeah.
I knew all the ins and outs of that type of thing, the nonprofit business and all that. So I came in with that skill set and it really fit what they needed at the time. And so it was just a perfect fit for us.
I have a feeling that one of your jobs as the executive director is how do we wanting to get this we there's a lot of people that don't even know that now during the summer there's two more left and you can tell me what those are real quick, but then they break for the summer
It's
and then they start again when
in October.
October,
Yeah,
and then it's once a month.
once a month.
And Gail and I, we don't when we usher at Fox events, like I think this week there's a comedy coming up or we'll usher. We don't always stay for all of it. We always stay for the symphony. And last month it was well, it was really interesting last month, but that was last month. You're going to say what's this month and
Sure.
what's coming up. But last month, the first part of the and Bruce is the
Conductor.
conductor. Thank you. And neat guy.
Yeah.
And Bruce always shares a little bit about what we're going to be listening
He
to.
breaks down, yeah, breaks it
And
down
it's
and shares the
really
history.
cool. And last week, last Saturday, the first half, they were all women composers.
That's right.
All women composers. And he shared a little bit about who that is,
Exactly.
especially in a time when women would write music and all that stuff, but they weren't allowed.
Correct.
It had to just be a man thing.
It wasn't published or anything, and some of them were lost. So they
It's,
had found those.
you know, I think there's a is it Beethoven's sister or Bach's sister? Anyway, but that's so anyway. But the second half was really Beethoven. And my wife, she has a music major, emphasis of music therapy, and she uses that constantly with me. But so I like I started liking classical before the symphony.
Yeah.
But there's something powerful about seeing a live orchestra and conducting it. But the second half was really more Beethoven.
Correct.
And Bruce shared, and I knew that Beethoven went deaf, but I didn't know that when he knew he was going deaf, first he thought it was like an ear problem.
Yeah.
And he got really depressed, and I never knew that he was about ready to commit suicide. End it all, because what's the point? What can Beethoven? And somehow he must have said, and Bruce shared something that was really kind of. He says, "But I couldn't do that because the world still needs me as Beethoven."
Miss out on my talent.
I know.
And what I can bring.
And Bruce is in there, right?
Yeah.
And he's right.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got two more. What are the next two concerts?
The next one is From Heaven to Hades. And so it's a real compilation of these very um, triumphant type of songs that I think everyone will be blown away by. We also have Henry Kramer. If you're not familiar with him, Google him. He's a fantastic piano player, and so he'll be featured on them. And then that is in March 22nd, I want to say. Is that correct? March 22nd? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting the nods from everyone in the know. Yeah. But March 22nd. And so that's going to be a fabulous concert. And then our final concert in April is going to be Let There Be Light. And so it's going to be a creation, basically the creation of the world. And
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
it's going to be outstanding. And it has the choir on it too. So the Visalia Community Choral Group
That's gonna be
will be featured as well. So if you are a fan of choral music and of symphony music, you're going to get both that night.
Oh, this is exciting. It starts when they open up the doors at when on
At 6:30.
6:30, and normally it's 7:30.
7:30 is the start time.
But and now if people, okay, there's the big thing.
Mhm.
They go, I want to come. How do I get a ticket? How do they get a ticket for this?
You could either call our office,
Which is?
which is right here.
Okay,
You can call Louise.
yeah, Louis. Well, yeah.
559.
Okay, let me do this again.
Okay.
559
732
732
8600.
8600. Let's do that one more time. 559.
732 8600.
And that's how you
You can call or you can jump online as well. But
And you can't buy them, but you never know. And in fact, when you get tickets, they can even say, "Well, where do you want to sit?"
yeah,
All this
yeah.
stuff.
If you pre-buy, you can always find and pick where you want to sit. You can always come the day of and buy it right at the
You
door.
can.
Or you can be a season ticket holder, and and you can buy them early.
And one of the fun things about ushering at the Symphony is you don't have to usher with the season ticket. They know where
Yeah,
they
you know where they
It's
go.
kind of like they're kind of like a family within a family.
True.
I noticed that when we're ushering. They go, "Oh, let's go."
Yeah.
And when the last one comes, we go, "Well, we'll see you." But they do that, and that's really awesome too. How much does it cost? Do you know?
Well, the tickets range because you can get a student
yes.
ticket for $10. So,
Oh,
and we had a lot of students, a lot of young people at this last concert.
we did.
Yes.
Why was that?
And that's because we had a child prodigy who was the piano player, Joshua Moon.
Oh my goodness.
And so he came on. He was only 21 years old. He's from Juilliard School, but he started playing at age 8 and won competitions, and it was just phenomenal. So a lot of the youth connected with him.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. And okay, so did you? Okay, so varies in price depending where you can go. Wherever you sit at the Fox Theater, by the
It's
way, even
always
if
good.
you're in the top row,
Yeah.
way in the back,
Yeah.
it's not that it's really awesome.
Correct.
Or
So
you
it
can
ranges basically from $10 for student tickets all the way to $55 for
Okay.
the primo seats, but every seat is good.
It really is.
The sound is wonderful.
Yeah, it's interesting. My wife, because here's a little hint that I can tell you about. If you go to the Fox office
Mhm.
and say, "Hey, how do I be a volunteer?" They'll say, "Yes, you can be a volunteer." And after the event, when you're done ushering, you get to sit
You do.
and
And
participate. Sometimes the bummer is about the symphony, and that's okay. You're busy ushering and doing this and this. I'm outside usually greeting people. That's my dorkiness. But sometimes when Bruce has already shared a lot of good stuff,
Mhm.
which is why you want to get there right on time because you'll miss some really cool stuff.
The introductions, yeah.
And then we get in, and then we can still hear some. Well, I think we did it, didn't we?
I think we did.
Any
we
last
shared it.
thoughts you want to share about music, your life? Hey, I got
Yes.
share this. Oh, this is cool. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Who is Jesus to you?
Jesus, he's my savior. Jesus is everything. And so that's why when I first met you, because you popped in, I didn't know who you were, but you sat down quickly, you grabbed her hand and just began to pray, and you just were ready to leave at that moment. You just came in and did that. And that touched me.
Oh, wow.
Because it was just an amazing thing to see someone so open and so willing to share their faith. You're not afraid of doing that. A lot of people shy away from doing that with strangers or anyone, but you were quick to share it, and that brings inspiration to others and very many people. Some people, they had the hardest day ever, and it just took your smile, just took someone saying, "Hey, you mean something," and that can change their whole life. So
Bruce, I'm Bruce.
Matt.
You're not the conductor, you're the director. Max, I need to share with you, that really goes, like right now, when I come and pray, I get, God blesses me too. It goes both ways. Okay, that's it. We're done. And geez, Williker,
I know.
I got a lot to finish.
Yeah, you tackled it. You went it upside down. It's upside down now.
Now I'm kind of debating about maybe taking it home and sharing it with my wife, but maybe not.
Maybe. Follow your heart.
Hey, I want to thank you for being on
Thank you.
Chat
Of course,
with Chat.
of course, of
I want to
course.
thank you guys for watching Chat with Chat. Oh!